3, 2, 1.
Oh,
and then you kick it. Oh,
kick it.
God, really?
Wow, the struggle is real.
Oh, man.
Is real. I'm so sorry. Okay. What's up, guys?
Okay,
Moto
there.
Monday 21. Bear with me. I'm right back.
He's got to get his solo cup. No, he's got a solo cup here.
I got my solo
Okay.
cup. I got to turn the comments on.
Oh, comments, so we can see who's who. He's got to get his solo cup. Oh, he's got a solo cup here.
I got my solo cup.
Didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
All right.
There we go.
Sure.
Let's see. A wave. Does that look live?
That's not quite live.
okay.
I gotta make sure. Hey guys, I'm just turning on all the comments. What's up, guys? Oh, why don't I see the comments here?
No, that's not it. Oh man. And I'm totally technically challenged, so I can't help you at all.
What's up, guys? Oh.
Give me a wrench. I'll fix your pit bike.
Why don't I see any of the comments? Oh, there we go. Now we're getting the comments.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Brock? Okay, so I just need to be able to read
You need
comments.
binoculars. That's what you need. A pair of binoculars. Is what you need.
I got it. I will, like I said, for next week we'll have my little monitor. I already bought the monitors, but
Okay.
I couldn't find the cable. I had to order the cables.
Oh, there you go.
So, alright, so guys, we have a little delay on the comments, but we'll get up and running. But anyways, welcome to Moto Monday number 21, if I haven't said it already. I got Bob McCallister here as my guest.
How you guys doing?
This is gonna be a fun one. So, man, I'm trying to figure out the proper way. I always struggle introducing a new guest. Like, what do I start? I guess the bike is a good
Bike.
the bike's a good way to explain what's going on here. Bob here is a pit bike OG, and he is a lot of guys have seen him. A lot of people have seen him racing. I'm going to grab your helmet here. People are getting to know you by your Mohawk helmet.
Well, yeah, because pit biking is so serious.
You're on a pit bike.
I'm on a pit bike.
Usually with a lot of pink.
A lot of pink because of the breast cancer. That's how that became there.
And you have a Mohawk.
And a Mohawk.
So.
And the Mohawks, my first pit bike race, my buddy brought the Mohawks so that our wives could see us easier.
Oh, is that where it started?
Yes.
So are you married?
Yes.
You're right. Now, Bob, I hate to start off with this,
What?
but how old are you?
56.
56.
Yes. That's why I keep telling you I need a 55 plus class so I could actually win something.
And you were out there banging bars with sometimes kids on pit bikes.
Yes. Or they put me in the super mini class on Thursday night.
That's got to be fun. A bunch of 12-year-olds just wide open throttle.
I can stay with them to the first corner and then I let them go.
Probably smart. They get a little aggressive.
Yeah. Because they don't have to go to work on Monday. Or on Friday, I should say.
And you can tell how they ride. They do not have to go to work.
That's right.
I
I have to go to work. I slow down.
Me too. And I'm not 56.
No.
But I definitely... Now, my dad used to tell me about this. I'm like, oh, sure. But, like, no, he was right. When you're out there motoing and you're about to do something, something clicks in your head like, I have to work tomorrow. Does this race matter? Does this race matter? And
That's right.
maybe not.
See, that's what's good about a pit bike. That's why you guys, the older you get a pit bike because the wheels are small. You're way too much for the bike. At speed, it gets out of control and makes you slow down. And if you do fall down, you're closer to the ground.
Fair, yeah. So, you are a local pit biker. You've been one for a while.
5 years. Actually, no. 6 years, actually. I was 50 when I started racing pit bikes. That's why I have number 50.
Number 50, yes. Okay.
Yes. And I got started because my buddy that I grew up with in Spokane, his son, Josh Goodner, came down. They were at Clark County. He said, bring your pit bike out, we'll play. And then it went downhill from there.
Well, now look at you.
I've got way too much stuff.
It happens.
Yes, it does.
It happens. Well, so you've been racing pit bikes for 5-6 years now. And I wanted to have you on because, for one, you have a very interesting collection.
I got a few bikes.
You got an interesting collection of pit bikes, and you're pretty hardcore with it because I run the mini gladiator pit bike events, and actually we had an event this year where it was you and me.
Yes.
That was it.
In fact, I fell down that day.
Did you?
You
did.
I went up over the handlebars.
You
on
did.
100 feet from the finish when we were going to quit.
I know. I was ready to pull off, and I went over the finish line, and I pulled off. Like, I'm done. And I look back. Where'd Bob go?
Bob was laying
Bob
down.
was a few hundred feet behind me. You crashed right before we were going to pull off.
Yes.
But my point being, like, you're pretty hardcore with you. If there's a pit bike event, you're showing up.
I try, yes.
I know a lot of people who own pit bikes, and not very many show up to pit bike events.
No.
Once in a while, you get a ton of people, but it's like they just leave them in the garage. I don't get it because I've been an advocate for pit bikes for years. I think they're just a blast.
They are. They're technically harder to ride than a big bike,
But they're more fun.
but they're more fun.
So I don't understand why more people don't show up to races and play days and barbecues and do it because it's so much
It is fun.
Yeah, and so there's a few hardcore guys who I know will show up. Bob's one of them.
Me. Steven's showing up.
Steven has been, Steven's
been pretty good.
Shout out to Short Bus
Yes.
Steve. I'm sorry I gave you that nickname. He used to have the sickest little short bus back in the day.
Really?
He showed up to the track with a short bus.
Perfect.
I don't know if he wants people to remember that, but I remember it. Short Bus Steve. Dude, he had the party bus. So Steve, Ambrose, yeah. And then Crashel's usually pretty solid, man. He's got a garage of bikes. Like Aaron's got a garage of one of my old bikes, actually.
Oh, right on.
Although it's hard to find someone around here that rides pit bikes that doesn't have one of my old bikes.
Well, true.
I have a problem.
You've been doing it a long time.
I've been doing it a long
I don't
time.
have one of your old pit bikes.
Well, that's because all your bikes are a little nicer than the ones I had. Like, I've only owned one full BBR. It was a 124. It had, it was a V2 frame. And I don't remember why actually, I didn't even sell it. I parted it.
You make more money parting.
I made way more. I got $4,500, something like that out of it. And I bought it for half. I mean, it was one of those things, like, it hurt me tearing it all to pieces, but I made money.
Yeah, that's one thing when I got into pit biking, it was on the downhill side, so I got stuff fairly cheap.
You missed the glory days.
I did.
But the glory days were expensive.
Yes. So I got into it as the prices were dropping, but there were several guys on Planet Minis. That was their job. Buy bikes, part them out.
Yeah.
What part did you want? They had it.
Yeah, that was the thing. So, yeah, it's kind of sad though, as from someone who's been in the scene as long as I have. I was in from the beginning, and I'm calling the beginning the days when we switched from Z50s to the XR50s and started to come out with bar kits and 88 kits. That's when it got big. I got in when it got quote unquote big.
Right.
And for example, so I've been running in a lot of pit bike races. I've ran them when there's been two of us. I've ran some, like my first ever pit bike race was the 2006 JJW Mini Bike National. 164 riders.
Really?
Over $1,000 in pro money, and man, it's hard to get 164 big bike riders these days, which is a whole different topic for a whole different time.
Yes.
But we had 164 pit bikers in one spot.
That's a lot.
And
there's probably 164 pit bikers still out there, but you're not riding them.
You're not coming to the races. Now, why is that?
That's a good question.
Trying to catch up on some
Yeah,
of the
I was gonna
comments.
say, why is that? I can't even read that.
Why do you think? Why do you think we're not in the glory days of pit bikes anymore?
Well, pit bikes is how would you say it? It's a luxury.
True. Technically, owning a dirt bike is a bit of a luxury.
Yeah, but
A pit bike is...
when you're motocross racing, they usually have big bike classes.
Yes.
Pit bike is hit and miss as far as if you're going to be an avid pit bike rider. That's why they put me in the super mini when I get to bring the pit bike out and it's not a pit bike night, which is very dangerous when I'm slow. As the season goes on, I get fast enough where I don't get lapped.
Fair, yeah.
But it is a good thing getting lapped because by lap 4 I'm pretty tired anyhow. So.
Fair, okay.
Because unfortunately with my bikes, since they're not stock, they're built, they're way bigger than they should be. It's more of a challenge to hang on. They're harder to ride than a stock or it's a 143 motor.
Yeah.
Which I don't own any 143s. They're too small.
Too small. Too small, he says. Okay.
Hey, I have to have a handicap.
Sarah says big gulp. She knows your big gulp.
See, sorry.
So I'll get you up to date on a few things that we're going to get for Moto Monday. There at some point someone's going to ask us to take our shirts off.
Yeah.
But we don't.
Well, I'm too old for
everyone
that.
wants to know what we have in our cups. You have, I don't know, you have any.
This is half Mountain Dew, half black cherry energy dew, cranberry energy or whatever, and melted ice.
Diet Pepsi.
There.
So we've pretty well covered the bases. That's what's in our cups. We're not taking our shirts off.
Okay.
Moving on back to pit bikes though.
Sorry, Sarah.
Yeah, sorry. So do you think it's just the lack of availability of events? Or do so I'm of the belief that we tapped out. We ran out of ways to mod them. When we no longer could get them to X level of horsepower, we've pretty well hit 212 KLX.
I just saw that.
It's about tapped out.
It is.
I think we've officially hit the point where there's no more growth in improvement of performance. And that's when people start to go elsewhere. As long as we had that continual growth, like 88, I can make it a 94.
Right.
Oh, now we have 107s. Oh, we have 124s. Oh, but yeah, I can get a super head. Oh, I can get a roller rocker head. Oh, I can get a dual head cam. You know, we kept improving, and then when we ran out of things to improve on, we pretty well tapped out. I think people went to other stuff. And
that's fair. I mean, I have 155. 178, a 164 valve, a 195. I got several 155s. So, but I'm actually going to build a 155 auto clutch. I think that might be the perfect ticket.
You're one of the few people I know that has a more extensive pit bike collection than me. And they're all amazing, as you guys can see in this video. This is actually, let's jump to this real quick.
Okay.
So, yeah, Bob has an amazing collection of pit bikes. I can say 2 of my friends have one up to me in their collection of pit bikes, and that's not easy to do. I have 9 right now. You haven't seen. I have a Honda. I have XR70.
Nice.
70. Not many people have more pit bikes than me. Crashel's trying. Aaron Crashel's trying. But you and Joel
has more than me, I think.
have quite the collection of pit bikes. And not just like my XR70, which is pretty much stock with a skid plate. Like, no, you guys have built pit bikes.
I have nothing stock. Well, I have 2 stock bikes. The CRF 50, which I bought for the granddaughter, which now she's 15, so that's a little small. And I have a stock 110 for the adults to ride with her. I have not touched that bike, except for springs. So I did bottom out, But then I have all the others. And this.
So yeah, let's go into what's sitting to our left here. What is this? I talked to someone who was here just before you showed up.
Okay.
And they asked who my Moto Monday guest was. It's like, well, Bob. I'm like, oh, is he the Mohawk guy? Yeah, he's the Mohawk guy. And you should see the bike he's bringing on. And I showed him a picture, and it is this. What is this? They said they saw it at the one show.
I did have it at the one show.
And explain to people what the one show is for those who don't know.
The one show this is the first year I've ever been in February. It's about February 14th, around that time. It's an amazing show. Bikes from around the world show up, custom built. Some 1900 bikes, choppers, street bikes, dirt bikes, vintage. Everything is there. and it's just a huge collection, and it's an invitation only, and I got lucky enough to get invited.
Cool.
So I brought 2 bikes. They were sitting side by side. If you were at the one show, I took my dad's 1964 Harley Davidson 250 Sprint flat track bike. That sits in the garage too.
All right.
And this is a Rig MX GP. There were 12 of them made from everything that I'd come up with. They are a fully CNC billet aluminum bike with no welds. This bike is totally bolted together as far as the frame.
Those, I remember when Rig, they were teasing us, and then they made a small batch of these frames. And that was it.
12.
Yeah, 12. That was it. So back in the day, back when Ryan Beat used to race for them, I raced Ryan multiple times, never beat him. He was fast. Ryan Beat, if anyone knows Ryan Beat, please tag him. I want to actually, if anyone knows Kim Rig,
Kim Rig, yes, I would love to talk to Kim Rig.
I would love to talk to him, but who knows where they are these days. But I remember when they came out and they only made a few, and I had been waiting, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's even cooler than I thought. Oh, I can't really get my hands on one.
Yeah.
And you did.
I got really lucky. I bought this from Justin Hall back in Ohio.
Justin had this?
Justin bought this from Dave.
He added me on Facebook today, by the way.
Right on. This bike actually came from Sano.
Okay.
They had bought 2 of them. And I got to talk to Dave, the front guy. When they sold them, one went to a guy in France and one went to Justin. And then Justin rode it once, like around his house or something. He didn't race it. And then he started to part it. And he had a Vinco and this for sale at the same time.
I would love to get my hands on an old school Vinco with 80 forks.
And I had no clue what this bike was. It just looked cool. I said, I'll take that one. So I bought a bike, no forks, no wheels.
Wow. Okay.
So, and it had a different pipe. And it came in about 5 boxes and several bags because he kept forgetting to send stuff. And it sat in the garage for a year and a half. Boxes that were basically under a bench. And then I got talking to Tor, which puts on he puts on the one show, CC Motorcycle. And I said, okay, I got to build this. So I spent about a month getting parts and getting it all together. Actually, I bought another motorcycle. I bought a slow racer roller so I could get the wheels and forks.
Wow. Slow Racer knows the 70s.
Yes.
He's basically the guy for 70s.
Well, I have a Slow Racer frame in Arkansas with Brian. He's going to ship it to me. I told him, ship me all the parts I need. And then I said, don't worry about the frame, it'll come. Yeah.
Can I jump real quick off? I'm going to deviate off, and we're going to come right back to the bike.
Okay.
Slow Racer. CRF 70 frames.
Yes.
They were the frames. You want to know a little history? You may totally know this.
No, I don't know.
So the Slow Racer frame was definitely the CRF 70 frame. However, he had the design, and if he's watching, you can correct me on the details on this, but the people who took that design was Red Baron. So Red Baron produced a small batch of CRF 70 frames, and it was technically the Slow Racer frame. Literally to the T, it was his.
Okay.
Do you know who then bought that design with Red Baron and then produced many, many bikes? Was SSR.
Well, there you go.
It wasn't the TX. I don't remember. It was like the SRT or something like that. Bikes they produced for a couple years. Jeff Willow won 2 championships on it. It's a CRF 70 inspired pit bike with a 160 motor. Daytona. Okay. There's a Daytona 160 in it. And they sold those for several years. And it was their top line. It was a nice bike. It was their knockoff Marzocchis, their D&O shock. They had a billet swing arm on it. Super trick looking with the holes, But it was a Slow Racer frame. That Red Baron and SSR made some deal with the devil. And they both were producing the same parts. Same swing arm, same frame.
Really?
Yeah, and then for whatever reason, I don't know what happened, SSR ditched the bikes. I regret not holding on to one because the chassis, the overall just chassis and handling of it was amazing. It was a great bike, and they just quit doing them.
Really?
But it was the original Slow Racer frame, then became a Red Baron, became an SSR, and now you can't get any of them.
Of course.
But back to
I have a Slow Racer.
You're going to get an original Slow Racer.
I believe so, and I almost think it's more of a birdcage style.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a couple years since when I bought it. I'll get it. So we'll see.
So you have a lot of different pit bike projects. How many bikes do you have right now?
My total amount of bikes or just pit bikes?
Well, we're talking pit bikes.
Okay,
Let's
just
keep
pit
it
bikes.
How many pit bikes do you have, Bob?
I have the CRF 50,
Okay.
the
One,
stock 110,
two,
my stalker 155
3.
with clutch.
Not much of a stalker, bro.
It's stalker for me because of my age. How old are you?
I'm 30.
So I have 26 years on you. So that's my handicap.
Okay.
And I still can't beat you. My 178, which right now that motor wasn't working, so I threw the 164 valve in it.
Okay.
Which that's what I raced Thursday night.
Okay.
My 195 BBR. The Slow Racer, which is coming, so
Okay.
that'll be a chassis.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, are there more? Well, there is one, but I can't talk about that one.
Can't talk about it. We got a little something that we can't talk about, huh?
Well, yeah, I got one of those.
All right.
I have not been.
6 plus 1 that doesn't technically count.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's all that's in the garage. Yeah, plus the other bikes.
It's quite a collection. I've actually ridden a couple of your bikes.
I think you've ridden all 3.
I really enjoyed your 155. That was a good, well balanced, but quick bike. I enjoyed that. Your 194.
195.
195.
The BBR.
Is a bit much.
It is.
And
it really is.
I understand why you have the fatty front tire on it. He runs a rear tire on the front.
Yes.
I understand why it's on there, but it made the cornering a little weird. Is that the bike that Brett Q crashed? Or did he crash the 178?
He crashed the 178.
Brett Q. Riding
my first time at
Santa
Race.
So,
Which it's pretty funny because I had no clue who Brett Q was. Some dude.
You know now.
I knew
crashed your
now.
bike.
He crashed my bike, broke my rear fender, which is hanging up in the barn.
I believe I've broken some of your plastic too, though. Probably from hitting you, though.
Well, you've only knocked me down once.
Well, you're in the lead.
Well, yeah. I was finally in the lead, and I'm getting too tired. I know he's coming.
Everyone knows if I'm not winning, I kind of shut off.
I know.
I kind of go until I win. It's a problem.
But at least you were kind. After the race, you came over, said, sorry, knocked you down.
As soon as I took my helmet off, I felt like
you
didn't
break a hip, did you? I mean, come on.
I'm so sorry. That was a little aggressive, but it's the last lap. I'm like, I'm on a stalker. You're in a mod. You just pulled me in every straight. I had to just do something. And a little bit of a kamikaze move.
And I knew you were coming, too. And there's nothing I could do about it.
My parents are on there. They miss the Plini, so...
Hi, Mom and Dad.
What's up, guys? So I had a Plini back in the day, perimeter frame. It was made to look like an aluminum frame, but it was actually stamped steel.
Really?
Bizarre. So it was all curved, but it was hollow on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Super weird. Really good handling bike. I did. You can hear my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
I did break my wrist in my hand.
Excellent.
Because it had a cable front brake, and so I was hitting this at hindsight. This huge 40-some foot double. Way too big for a pit bike. I was hucking it every lap though. Bang! This is back when I was a lot crazier and did
younger
clickers and also,
Didn't
so I was hitting
work,
this thing. Well, here's what happened. So it was a steep jump too, so it really popped in the air. So I hit it and fully compressed the forks. Well, when that happens, it loosens the cable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because then the cable, comes together.
Right.
It came out of the adjuster.
And locked up.
But then, as soon as the forks spring back down to normal, it hooked on the little metal collar and didn't go back in the adjuster.
So it locked the front brake.
It locked the front brake. I don't remember what happened. All I know is I woke up on the ground. Pretty colors everywhere. There's people all over me. I'm laying on my back. What happened? Dude, you totally just endoed and you never let go of the bike. Apparently I never let go, and I just did one of those. And I woke up on the ground. I never let go, and I had a print of my lever across my fingers.
Yes.
Broke. And then broke my wrist as well. And then, so my buddy was there watching, and he drove me to the hospital. The clutch went out in my truck on the way to the hospital. We're going 30 miles an hour down I-5 off to the side. Like, we gotta get to the hospital. I'm starting to like shake and stuff because I'm hurt.
You're coming out of shock.
I was going into shock. It was a horrible night, and yeah, I jacked that all up. That was off that Polini. But other than that incident, Eric Wanch, I do believe it was the Polini that Eric Wanch took me out good, and I give him kudos for it because normally it's me taking people out.
True.
Eric Wanch is all of this tall, and he cleaned me out, and I'm proud of him. It was a good move. Eric knows how to hit people. Eric, I do believe it was the plane that you hit me on up at Monroe. Either Monroe or Landfears. I don't remember. I kind of blur the two events. But here's the thing. The plane wasn't very fast. It was like 8 horsepower,
right.
shiny. I mean, 7 horsepower, Chinese 107. So I went to Logan. Do you ever hear about Logan?
Mm-mm.
So Logan used to be the man over at BBR, the engine guy.
Okay.
He was replaced by Castro. So Logan did his own thing then. Logan built, and he built me a BBR killer. So that BBR killer is now in Joel's shop.
Okay.
A custom 138 that uses XR200 valves, 18.6 horsepower on the dyno as a 2-valve single overhead cam.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good numbers for a single overhead cam.
Yeah.
And it was. I whole shot at Derek Costello on that one time. Granted, he still destroyed me, but I got the whole shot. Actually, I had Abrigo here last week. I'm pretty sure I whole shot at him, but he just destroyed me. To this day, I've never beat Abrigo at anything. I admit it. It's fine. Yeah, Eric, I think it was Monroe. They can hear my wrist on the audio. The mic's like 3-4 feet away. You guys can hear my wrist. Yeah, I have actually. This one's not as bad, but I've broken both.
Oh, there you go.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Yeah,
knock on wood. I've never broken a bone anywhere else in my body, but I've broken every finger and multiple bones in my hands and my wrists.
I'll see. I've done collarbone or ribs.
The collarbone is like the motocross injury, and I haven't done it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But, never mind, I'm sorry. I have broken a couple ribs once I did MMA training.
Oh, there you go.
But it's one of those things where, like, I bail off the bike, and then I always mess up my... and a lot of them have been from pit bikes. One time, actually, first lap at this private barn. There's a private barn track that used to be in about 2-3 miles from here.
Okay.
I went out with a bunch of friends. We were going to go have a rad time. I'm like, this thing looks awesome. In the winter, this guy turned his horse barn into a mini bike track.
Good man.
Good man. We need more people like you.
Exactly.
So, I hopped on my bike. I just built this 143 that was all just, it was like a super, what do you really call it? It was a stock mod. Mm-hmm. It was a heavily modified stock mod, but it would pass AMA Tech. I was known for building stupidly good bikes that did pass AMA Tech.
Okay.
Not as good as Duane Brown, but I tried.
Duane has a lot of practice.
Duane is good at it. So, I went out, first lap, hit a double. Well, the clutch wasn't really dialed in, and it slipped.
Zoom.
So I
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And as soon as my front tire touched, I jumped, landed with my hands out, I rolled, I stood up. Oh, my hand don't feel right. And then I'm like, click. Oh, that's not right at all. No. And then it clicked out, and it fell. And then I was able to click, and then I could use it again. Like, yep, that's broke. Gotta go, guys. I loaded my bike. Everyone's like, what happened? I'm like, I broke my hand. Like, nah, whatever,
Yeah,
dude. I'm like, watch. Click. And like, oh, damn. I'm like, yeah, I got to go before the pain sets in.
Yeah.
And I was almost to the hospital when it just hit. Like, okay, that hurts.
That hurts.
Okay, and by the time I got into the emergency room, I was going into shock. I was shaking, I couldn't talk right, and I was rushed in. And yeah, they're like, you broke 3 or 4 bones in your hand.
Yeah, you're fine.
We're casting up now. They had made me spend the night now.
Mm-hmm.
All from mini bikes.
And mine was from my XR250. It's not stock, you know.
XR250s are not exactly anything I would ride.
Well, I crashed it when it was stock.
Yeah, because they're kind of... They don't have suspension. Although, okay, they're not fast, though. The general rule of thumb is you don't build something fast with no suspension. They're not fast. So...
Well, it wasn't.
So what'd you do?
I have a Power Roll 300 stroker motor.
Of course you do.
And Race Tech suspension.
Of course.
Of course.
So what'd you do that got you hurt?
Mountain View.
Oh!
Around the tree, coming down the big hill, they had a tabletop. They were running reverse, basically.
Okay.
And Tuesday night practice
Okay.
was hitting the big tabletop, landing about 3/4 of the way across, and then bouncing off. So I figured, okay, I'll slow down a little. I hit the brakes, and all I felt was this, doing about fourth gear wide open.
Oh no!
When I woke up, I'd made it, and it was about a 6-foot rise. So I made it across the face of the jump without my motorcycle, and I was 1/2 to 3/4 of the way across the tabletop with it laying on my legs.
Dude.
So I spent the night in the hospital. Bruised a lung, broke some ribs, collarbone. Yeah.
Let's not do that anymore.
So I missed 2 months of work,
Mm.
but I rebuilt the bike, made it go faster. Yeah, you have to.
You know, I think this is a good time to share something. I actually made you a little something for coming on today. Which
Really?
I appreciate you coming on to Moto Monday.
Anytime.
I thought this would be a fun one, talk some pit bikes.
Mhm.
My last guest was a hardcore pit biker, and like, you know, I'd like to keep the trends of pit bikes going. I thought this would be some fun. And, you know, honestly, after everything that went down today,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we could use a little fun.
Sure.
It was a pretty crappy Monday. We had
From the sounds of it, yes.
the largest mass shooting in modern U.S. history.
I saw that this morning on the news, yes.
I got up and I was trying to feel good today. You know, get going, this and that. I did a quick little workout and I checked my phone. I'm like, oh, are you
That's
kidding
not
me?
good.
It was just gut wrenching.
Mhm.
And then Tom Petty died.
Well, now the
Or
wife,
is he
the
not?
wife says it might have been a heart attack. They're redoing that. Honey, what
Regardless,
is
he's in
it?
bad shape.
Okay, yes.
It was a crappy Monday. So we needed some fun talk. What's more fun than talking pit bikes?
Pit bikes.
But I made you a little something for coming on for Moto Monday.
Holy shit.
Shout out to Reese for once again not showing up.
Not-
Like,
And Reese has ridden my bikes and crashed harder than anybody on my bikes.
yes, and Reese once again has not shown up. So hey, we're gonna have fun without him. But
That's right.
I made you a very oversized.
Oh,
keychain.
check that out. Sweet. The number 50. It's like perfect.
You started racing pit bikes at age 50. That's
Yes.
impressive, sir.
Yes, because of Josh Goodner. It's like, okay, I had too much fun, and that bike was total stock. I said, okay, obviously I'm going to ruin this bike if I keep riding it, so I went and bought my mod bike. But it was stock when I bought it. The 178 that you rode.
Yeah.
That was a stock bike when I bought it.
Really?
Then I worked on it. And then the kid had 2 bikes. He had his brother's bike. And I said, you want to sell that one? And he goes, no, not really. I said, okay. About a month later, he called me up. You want to buy this other bike? I said, be right there. It was like $600.
Wow.
So I said, I got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
And now that $600 bike, that's my stalker.
stalker.
Old guy stalker.
I don't believe
yes.
any bike you own is stock.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
My Goldwing is not stock. In fact, the Goldwing has a 2006 Goldwing.
Mhm.
It has 900 RR front wave rotors, tricked out suspension, stainless steel brake lines.
Yeah, see, nothing's
Nothing stock.
Nothing's stock.
KLR 650, it's not stock. There's actually a 685 motor, bigger valves, race cams.
You
It's
literally
going
don't
in.
run anything stock. That's cool though. That's cool.
No.
So,
This is stock. Well, no, it's not.
there's nothing.
That's not stock. So, that is a Yoshi one-off carbon fiber can.
It's a one-off.
They were going to produce them. They had parts, but evidently they only made one carbon piece. This is usually aluminum.
Really? I've had a couple aluminum ones.
Yeah.
Now that you bring it up.
You don't have a carbon one.
But they make these oval carbons now,
Mhm.
not the. Oh, interesting.
That's a one-off.
Very interesting. Now that I think about it, yes, the diamond-shaped ones were aluminum.
Mhm.
Their new oval ones are carbon.
Yes.
But you have a carbon diamond.
I got
that's
that-
the only way I can really describe it.
I got
is
that
diamond
from
exhaust.
Greg. He bought all of Yoshi's stuff
Interesting.
a couple years ago, and
All right.
so I have that. It's a one-off. The bike is. There's only 2 of these in the U.S.
Wow.
The other is at CHP in Texas.
So CHP still kicking it.
I think so.
They made some cool
If
stuff.
you look at his website, he has pictures of his showroom,
Mhm.
and in the far end of one of the pictures, on the left side, is this bike on display.
Really?
Yeah, it's never
Interesting.
been raced. It was built but never raced.
Interesting.
Was what I heard.
Hmm.
So, yeah, like I said, I just got lucky. I thought bike was cool. I had no clue what it was when I
You
bought
do
it.
now.
I do now.
Yes, this is an extremely rare, one of the rarest of the rare pit bikes
Yes.
that you could possibly find.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I'm going to one up you.
With the dual overhead 150 motor.
Yeah, see, I don't know how I'm going to one up you. Like, I have a dual overhead cam now,
Yes, you do.
but I don't have the rest to really go. I do have a fairly unique frame, not near as cool as the CRF70 Rig billet frame, though. So I really don't know how I'm going to one up you. I'm going to have to think
Well,
about this.
You're gonna ride yours.
Oh, I'm going to ride the snot
I
out
know.
of mine.
I don't know if I'll ever ride this.
I do have SL70 with a stretched frame and a 160 motor.
I'd ride that.
So we named it Butt Wiggle,
Right.
Because as soon as you get on the gas, the little chassis with the dual shocks,
Mhm.
the rear end just bounce, 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 bounce. So we named it Butt Wiggle.
We need to fix your shocks.
I already replaced the shocks.
No, we need to revalve them.
We probably need to revolve them.
Yeah.
We went from about 3.5 horsepower, 4 maybe, to 16.
Perfect.
So I'm currently in the process of fitting up an 84 KX80 rear wheel to it. Because the original rear wheel, we shredded the sprocket off of the hub. It
Okay.
destroyed all the cush bearings, broke the tabs,
Mm-hmm.
because way too much horsepower for a 40-year-old wheel.
There you go.
And cush drive is no bueno.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna fit on this vintage 84 KX80 rear
That's
wheel.
vintage.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do some vintage racing. Hopefully at Woodland this year on it.
Right on.
So that's one of my weird projects, but not near as cool as your rig. I admit it. I'll have to keep thinking on this for a while.
Okay.
One day maybe I'll come up with something to try to match you. But you're probably already gonna be on to 3 other things too.
I don't know. If I put everything together, I wouldn't have a lot of boxes in the garage.
Do you ever think about how much money you spent on?
No,
bikes?
you never think about
You
that.
never, right?
Never.
Amen to that. You don't think about it.
I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I just do pit bikes and spend way too much.
Yes, way too much.
Because it does cost a lot more to build one of these than to go buy a 450 off the showroom floor.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Unfortunately.
so you and me both love our pit bikes.
Yes.
What do you think? what do you see in the future for pit bikes? I mean, what do you think?
Well,
What do you think? How's it going to go?
I've noticed on Planet Minis, back east has big turnouts
Yeah,
for pit bikes.
not here though.
No, not here. So we have to get the Northwest guys to start digging stuff out. It's training. You guys need to train on pit bikes.
Eric, it's a dual overhead cam Daytona 150 motor in here.
Yes.
So we need people. We just need people to just ride them.
Right.
I know
'Cause they're
people
fun.
have them. We need people to ride them.
They're fun. You get just, it's good exercise.
I'd like to throw in a quick plug.
What?
Actually.
Okay.
So, I was helping with the Mountain View series,
Yes.
promoting out there,
Yes.
and we had a lot of pit bike events. We had some
Mhm.
pit bike halftime shows. So I am actually going to be running a series at Riverdale this winter.
Okay.
Me and Dan have teamed up, and I'm going to be the race promoter, marketing guy out there, running a 7-round series. So we're going to have a halftime show for every round that will be a pit bike race
There you go.
at no charge.
Perfect.
You still have to pay to come in to practice because it's $30 to practice for the day. So you
Okay.
get a wristband so you can ride all 4 tracks
Right.
and do your thing and ride whatever. But there's no extra fee to come race,
Right on.
and so you can come out and do a pit bike race, and that will be the halftime show
Mm-hmm.
for our regular series. And so I think that'd be a good opportunity for people who are
It
already
is.
there riding. Bring your pit
Bring
bike,
your pit
no
bike.
extra charge. Come race. That's
There's-
something I'm doing that I think will be good for pit bikers.
Yes. More exposure.
We need it.
And they're small. And the good thing about a pit bike, even when you're tired, you can still get the thing in the pickup or on the trailer.
Yes.
They're light. You can pick them up.
I don't understand why more people don't race them. They're so much fun because on a big bike, if you go hit your buddy, bad things can happen really quick.
Yes.
On a mini bike, it's encouraged.
Pretty much.
Well, to a degree, but you can bang bars, push each other, have some. You can have way more fun, more contact with each other
Mm-hmm.
without anyone getting hurt.
Right.
Like
I said, they're lower to the ground.
they're lower to the ground. If you fall over,
You go
no big
slower.
deal. If that 20-foot double, that's whatever on a big bike. On a pit bike, you're like, all
All
right,
No.
I got this. You got to kind of pump yourself up a little bit
Yeah.
and then go for
A
it.
little butt bounce, maybe.
Yeah. I just think it's way more fun. I think if you've never tried it, don't knock it.
Mhm.
I have more fun racing my pit bike than my big bike. Hands
Yes. Yes.
down. Hands down.
Definitely.
Eric says that's a stupid fast motor. Yeah, that is a stupid fast motor. Yep. I'll agree with you on that.
Which I don't know. Like I said, when I bought this bike a couple years ago, it came in about 5 or 6 boxes, few bags. I never rode it. Justin Hall rode it. He says it's pretty fast. And Justin Hall has a collection of bikes.
He does.
Quite
He has quite the collection.
the collection. In fact, he built a CHP bike recently.
I saw that.
Yes.
He tried to do a full throwback.
Throwback CHP bike.
Yeah.
Which at least I have the swing arm and shock on my mod bike.
I feel like the only way I can keep up with some of you guys is I have to build a handbrake.
I don't know what that is.
We'll discuss it after this. We're going way back. A handbrake bike was, they used to build these super tall 50s with twin spars. They were twin spar, but they were like stacked, kind of like what this is.
Okay.
That theory
Right.
here. They would do cut down RM80 forks, their own billet swing arm, and then whatever crazy fast motor they could put in.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of screwed up on some things. They were just really thought out of the box. Actually, I'll show you. I have a framed, I don't even know what to call it, a frame. It's basically to add one more mounting point to your motor to the frame. Because a Honda 50 motor only bolts in with 2 bolts.
Right.
This adds a third.
Good idea.
Super crazy, little interesting, but I'm currently selling on Planet Minis. If
I
anyone
saw
wants
that.
to buy it. Okay, that thing.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a handbrake. The handbrake thought way out of the box. They built like they were. I swear they inspired Vinco.
Right on.
Which maybe I should build a Vinco too, because
There you
those are hard to come by. But
Justin Hall, do you have a Vinco still?
yeah, I feel like to keep up with some of you crazy pit bikers, I need to build either a original Hanebrink or a Vinco.
See, for a while, I used to get calls and texts from Justin and Kobe down in California. Those guys would call me, hey, I got this, you want to buy it? Hey, I got this, you want to buy it? It's like, oh, man. Okay.
I'm going to build something crazy one of these days. It's either going to be one of those in a 10-inch model, just to make it more sketchy.
Yeah.
Or my other idea that I've been tossing around would be to build like a YZ80 with a 250F motor.
Oh, there you go.
And go race big bikes on.
Well, yeah.
I loved my CRF 150R. I've had a few of those. I had a full Fletch trick built bike. It's been like 8 years since I had that. Rest in peace, Fletcher. But I've had a couple of those. I've had a lot of fun. But I feel like to really keep up and really, put a stamp on it that I have a crazy pit bike, I need to just stuff a 250F motor in an 80.
Yeah.
You can have the trickiest 150R, but if you had a 250F modern water-cooled motor in there, now we're talking crazy.
Perfect. Sounds like something fun to ride.
Langtown. Yeah, like the Langtown bikes. I'm glad someone remembers Langtown. Langtown was the original OG pit bike race back in the day. It was in this guy's backyard, and it was all on XR 100 style bikes. And
Perfect.
before BBR got into 10-inch or 12-inch bikes, they built Langtown bikes. The 80s with XR motors.
Okay.
That was the original BBR style bikes. I know Duane's probably watching right now. He's going to call me out if I get it wrong. I'm so sorry if I'm not historically correct, but I remember BBR Langtown bikes far before any 50s or anything. We're talking like 95, 96, like old school.
Right on.
They built CR80 XR100 conversion bikes. That was the bike. That was the. Now I think about that. That was way before all the 50s. They went down for a long time. The original pit bikes were the 80s.
80s. Right on.
And so this guy built a track in his backyard and would put on a race with like 150 racers out there in his just extra large backyard. All the neighbors, I'm sure he just kind of threw some money at the neighbors, like just shush for one night, come have some beers, watch us. He had over and under everything back in the day, and unfortunately, eventually, neighbors shut him down.
Probably.
It was a dream of mine to do. For the record, all these OG pit bikers, I wanted to do Screwy-Dilla in Langtown. Actually, mini moto. I never got to do mini moto. I showed up and my bike wouldn't start.
Oh.
So I never got to do any of the cool pit bike races. I never got to do Langtown. I never got to do Screwy-Dilla, even though it's in Washington. Scotty, if you're watching this, dude, please put on Screwy-Dilla again. And I never got to do mini moto. I was there a couple times. One time with my bike, but it signed up and everything. It wouldn't run. My stator went out.
Oh. Actually, my BBR bike, I sort of built that for Josh Goodner to race.
Okay.
He went down there one year, 2 classes, finished 8th and 9th, I think. And so I said, oh, I'll just build a bike. And I ended up building the BBR, and I thought that'd be a bike for him to race. And then, of course, they quit.
Which is sad. It was
So-
a cool pit bike race. And they just quit, yeah.
So, Josh, the offer's still there, Josh. The bike's here to ride. If I have to bring it up there, I might have to let you ride it.
Oh, Josh True just mentioned the Beer 50 Nationals. You know, the one race I did get to do, though, was Sweet Bud. You ever heard of Sweet Bud?
No.
It was up north. Does anyone remember the name of the track that Sweet Bud was at? It was these guys who had a kettle popcorn business. And they put on like a 50 National. Ton of people. That was when I first met Ryan Beat, who raced for Reed. I met Kim there too. Ton of people showed up. And what track was it? I can't remember the track. I don't know the Seattle area tracks very well. And it's been 8-10 years since I did that. Eric. Was that the Monroe MXGP? You won the mid-size, I got third. You beat me once again. Thanks, Eric. Wow, thanks, Eric. All right, so I got third at that race. I think it was third.
Just a reminder, huh?
Oh, dude, it was a long time ago. Eric, you know what? You fit on those bikes. I'm 6 foot tall. All right. Oh yeah, you whooped on Cohen. Kyle Cohen raced there too. Kyle Cohen, who was for a while the world distance holder for a long jump on a pit bike, full BBR built 50.
Okay.
He jumps like 124 feet.
How do you get going that fast on a 50? Downhill?
Wide open.
Long
Wide
run?
open and tiny little sprocket on the rear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so kudos to Kyle Cohen on that jump. But yeah, Kyle was there. I know Hansen was there. Tyler Hansen was there. As a little wee guy, I actually talked to him when he raced pro at one of my normal races, my like Mountain View races, or maybe it was Castle Rock. And I was talking to him, I'm like, dude, I got pictures of you when you're like this tall racing the youth under 12 class at Sweet Bud. He's like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard Sweet Bud in forever. I'm like, right?
And were these at actual tracks or?
Yeah.
Who owns a big piece of property that loves their neighbors? That's what we need.
Yeah, okay. And it was pointed out that Sweet Bud, I rode an Extreme that had 12-12 wheels. Weirdest bike. It ran rear tires, front and rear, like you like to do, but it was 12-12. Weird bike, really weird handling. But it had drum brakes, so it was stock class legal.
Oh, there you go.
But it was a 124. It still wasn't that fast.
Okay.
But, yeah, it still got an okay finish, but I didn't race pro on it for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Lance Smale is watching. Dude, Lance, you can tell us about, I don't know if he's at Sweet Bud. I know you have a lot of experience with Langtown, though. We got a few pit bikers joining on.
Right.
Nice. So, yeah, man, there was a lot of really cool events. They was so big back in the day, and nowadays, who's running pit bike races?
You. Thank goodness.
Me.
Otherwise, I'd have a garage with stuff in it that's not used.
Although Monroe Arena Cross,
It's starting up.
yes, and they run pit bike classes.
Yes.
I feel like we should start
We
bringing
need
some
to-
mini gladiator guys from the
We
Portland,
need to
Vancouver area
make a trip.
trucking up.
I
I have a
think-
trailer.
Either last year or the year before that, Duane said they had like 40 or 50 pit bikes one night, and they had to make two classes, a slow and a fast class.
Good. Let's
So it's
bring
like-
some more guys.
Mm-hmm.
This is an official shout out to all people who like riding pit bikes. Let's do some Monroe Arena Cross this winter.
Yes.
Lance, yeah, Lance says his BBR 150 was sick.
Mm.
Yeah, man, I really wanted to, and here's what bummed me out about Lingtown, it was pretty much invite only at the end. I got an invite. So I was riding an Extreme, we sold Extremes. Guy Cooper got me the invite to go ride Langtown. I'm like, oh, I'm stoked. I am there. This is my dream come true. That was the year they canceled Langtown.
Of
They have
course.
not ran it since.
Of course.
I was so beyond bummed because Langtown was a dream of mine, and I never got to do it.
Mm-hmm. And they haven't had it since.
Oh yeah, Ryan Villapoto was out at Sweet Bud too.
Oh, there you go.
Riding mini bikes. Yeah, they haven't had it since. Mini Moto is gone. Sweet Bud is gone. The Beer 50 Nationals gone. All these.
Now, Ryan should be able to help us out, right? With a track.
He has a track. Ryan Villapoto, if you're watching this, let's run some pit bike events at your track, huh? You were fast on a pit bike. Let's do some pit bike events, man. I can't be the only promoter in the Northwest doing pit bike stuff. We need other people jumping on board.
Exactly.
I know there's not a lot of money in it, but
No.
do it for the fun of it.
That's why you have a pit bike. It's for the fun.
Yeah, it's because it is a blast to do.
Yes.
To both build, ride, and race.
Race. See, I wear a mohawk because I'm not serious. I'm there for the exercise. I always laugh at when you see the ad, pit bike for sale. Son has outgrown it. How does your son outgrow a pit bike? Come on.
You never outgrow a pit bike.
Never. I'm usually older than the parents out there, and I'm riding. Come on, people.
We need more people riding pit bikes. It is fun. If you've never done it, borrow a pit bike, come try out a race. It's just a blast. Whether you get first or last, it's fun.
That's right.
So I think more people need to do it.
Exactly. I mean,
what's it going to take? Guys, what is it going to take? I'm reading comments right now. What is it going to take to get more pit bike racing? I know we need more rider turnouts in general in motocross. What's it going to take to get some pit bikers, though?
I mean, you put like 10 pit bikes in the back of a pickup. Come on. No place to put your buddies, but at least you got their bikes.
Hey, Lance says Friday night races, they have pit bike classes. Hey, Lance, aren't you done for the year, though? Maybe we can start planning for next year to come hit up a few, though. But I'm trying to read the comments. Yeah. I think tracks should start offering some pit bike stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Need more exposure in the Northwest. Definitely.
And it's a lot of fun to watch.
Well, yeah.
Even just as a spectator. Let's admit, a bunch of grown men riding...
Looking silly because you're way too big for the bike.
Yes, they're a bunch of full-grown men riding highly polished, loud little mini bikes.
Yes.
It's hilarious. And it's fun.
Or then you get Steven on his stock, which it is truly a stock 110, and I still can't keep up with you.
No. I drag raced him down a straightaway. Mm-hmm. I highly debate that thing stock.
Really? Steven, are you lying? Are you lying, Steven?
You gave that thing to Pat, and I know there's a little, like, I drag raced that thing, I'm like, oh no, this is not a stock 110. I call a 143 sleeve. Run the record.
Oh, there you go.
Although I'll even have a 143.
Well, yeah.
But I say a 143 sleeve.
Well, that's Vegas stock, isn't it?
Oh, I'm Vegas.
Well, there you go. See, Vegas stock.
Oh, I'm Vegas legal. I learned all about... Actually, my 50, which I talked about last week, my 50, I built a Duane Brown killer. He still smoked me. But I built a 50 to try to keep up with him. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I did an 88 or 92 or something. No, I think I stroked it to a 104.
There you go. Perfect bike.
But then I put in an E22 head, which is basically a Honda 50 head with a +2 oversized valve. Intake and exhaust. +2. And then poured it in polish, bored the intake, huge jets, and we ran a 10% methanol.
That's stock.
It passed AMA stock.
See?
It passed. But even with 10% methanol. I mean, I'm running alcohol in my pit bike. He destroyed me off the start. Like, what on earth is going on? Oh, we're talking inner rotor, shaved crank. Like, I went to the nth degree. And Duane Brown destroyed me off the start up in Spokane. I quit. I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, I've literally tapped out my knowledge of pit bikes. Duane Brown is just a genius.
Yes. Although he does ride that cheater XR70.
Everything he has a cheater.
It's got tires are way too big, Duane. You got to get a 14-inch front and a 12-inch rear on that to be a pit bike.
Yeah, it's too much. Everything Duane owns is a cheater. He's the owner of BBR Motorsports.
Yeah.
Of course, he's going to have some things that kind of are on the fringe of...
The fringe.
Yeah. So...
Yeah.
Yeah. Duane Brown, I'd like to have you as a future guest, by the way.
Duane Brown, thank you for everything you've done for the pit bike industry.
Shout out to all the Browns brothers. Washington boys, appreciate everything you've done for Northwest Pit Bikes.
Yes.
Well, just pit bikes in general. I mean, like, BBR was the leader. I appreciate everything you did for pit bikes. I've owned several of your bikes, and they've done a lot. Outside of even just building the parts and the bikes, they promoted races. I mean, they were in it, you know?
Right.
They really cared for the sport, so shout out to all the Browns brothers.
So everybody buy BBR parts. Get BBR big again.
Yeah, Tyler says, let's ride pit bikes. 110%.
There you go.
Alright, so before we get into what happened last week, anything you want to end on pit bikes? I mean, other than they're a blast, that they're expensive, but we try not to think about that.
Right, you don't worry about what you spend. Yeah. Just throw money at it. It's a bike. It's a race bike. Although, keep it down towards the 143 size if you want dependability. If you want to have a little more fun, not as dependable, go the 155. If you just want to have a stupid bike, build a 195, and it's just really hard to ride, as testified by Justin.
I rode it though.
Yes, you did.
Reese crashed it.
I think he was on the 178.
Thank God we didn't put him on the any bigger bike.
Yeah. You rode the 195 at Mountain View, outdoor.
I rode it. I didn't crash.
Right. But you said...
Too much.
Too much, yes. On an outdoor track.
I like a really high revving 117. That's probably my favorite bike.
There you go.
A really good high revving 117 that I can just clutch and like a 125, just keep a pin and clutch.
Yeah.
Favorite bike.
In fact, Tyler Brown in Bend, he has a BBR, very nice BBR he's built. Looks like a Yamaha, is blue. In fact, you did his graphics.
I did his graphics, yes.
He just put a 195 in it and hates it. He says it's too much, it's too hard to ride.
He's like, what? Yeah, there is a such thing as too much.
It's sort of beyond the fun factor. It's just hang on for dear life almost.
Yeah, he disagrees. Tyler, no, sorry, too much. But
I must say, Thursday night motocross, pit bike class, last minute thing.
Hey, we did pretty good.
We had what, 8 riders?
8 riders for a last minute. We basically gave people less than 48 hours to
pretty much
get their bikes together and come out to PIR for the last race of the year.
Someone's calling me, but sorry. That actually is probably the funnest pit bike race I've done yet. Only because 4 of us were fairly close together. Even though I got to lead, finally I got to lead one lap.
So I go out there on my stalker I just rebuilt, or had rebuilt by Giles, and I don't have it jetted yet. It's rich off the bottom. So when it's not fully warmed up, it kind of bogs a bit sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I charge into that first corner. You still have me beat to the first corner.
Okay, good. I wasn't looking back.
And then it just boom, and I had nothing. And then everyone goes by me like, no, what? And I'm trying to get it to go, and just and everyone's just going like, no, and then it gets going. I'm like, great, I'm in dead last, and I know they're shortening laps. Mm-hmm. It was a short moto.
I think it was a 3 or 4 lap.
I think it was like
3. I think it was a 3.
And I knew it. I knew they were shortening laps. I was like, no, of all motos. And so you led for a lap.
I led a lap, finally.
And so who got around you?
Everybody. No, not everybody.
My SSR.
Your SSR.
The Gresham Power Sports SSR
yes.
#1. So that was Colin Taylor. Oh, Steven got you too.
Yeah. Yeah, on his stock 140.
Yes, on his stock. So all I know is I had to come from dead last, and I was just pinning that stupid little stock. Everyone's been giving me crap for riding a mod bike all year.
Right.
I don't think you did.
No.
Because you're on a faster bike than me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But everyone else has been just giving me a hard time. So I was like, all right, final race of the year, I'll show up on my stalker, 110. Oh man, I had to do everything in my power. I mean, I had a couple pictures, and I'm just like over sideways over the jump, just scrubbing, trying to keep the power to the ground, trying to chase you guys down. And I got Steven, and I got by you, and I think I got really close to you when I passed you.
Probably.
A little scary close over a little table.
Something, yeah.
And then I caught up to, oh look, it's the bike I loaned out to my buddy Talon Taylor.
Yes.
My bike, the Gresham Power Sports #1 SSR, like, I'm gonna hit it. I had to. I mean, I'm like, it's the last lap, half a lap to go. I got to do it. I got around him in the next corner. I left the inside open, and he hit me back. Still got the W though.
Oh, there you go.
But
Duane Brown.
Oh, is he trying to call you?
He tried calling me.
Duane, you can't call while we're live. Although we could put him on audio.
We could.
When did he call?
2 minutes ago.
Call him back.
Call him back.
Put him on speakerphone.
We're calling Duane
Just
Brown.
let him know that he's going to be live.
Yeah. Duane Brown, are you there yet? Pick your phone up, Duane.
Hey, this is Duane.
Duane Brown, what's going on?
Hey, we didn't see you.
Are you watching Facebook Live?
I'm not.
Oh, we're talking about you. You're live on Facebook Live.
Right now, I am.
And
Yes.
Instagram.
And Instagram
YouTube.
and YouTube, yes.
Well, there you go. What are you guys talking about? Cool stuff?
Pit bikes, of course, and how BBR is like the industry leader.
Exactly.
We were. I'm really tired now, though.
Oh, no.
I
Yeah,
see.
We're still doing it, though. We actually had magazine guys right here today testing that perimeter KLX 140.
Oh, right on.
Because we finally got a bore kit, cam, and everything done for that thing, so we could kind of get it out there again. So
Nice.
Nice.
done most of today, but yeah, that might be good. Carson did some crazy stuff on it.
Of course he did. Rode real slow. Yeah.
He jumped some big stuff for 140.
Nice. Go, Carson, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duane, so sorry you didn't have a heads up. By the way, this is Justin Wharton. You're live on Moto Monday number 21 right now. And it was funny, you called right as, just a couple minutes right after we were talking about you,
Yes.
by the way.
Yeah, usually I'm watching them, but I just walked in the door.
Well, you're now on it. We're just talking about what makes pit bikes so awesome, why we love riding them.
You know? You want my opinion on that? Or?
Well, of course.
Yeah. Well, what's your opinion?
Well, you know, for us, we always used to want to make them look like the big bikes, you know. If you had a CRF 450, then you wanted a mini bike that looked like that you could ride around the house when you weren't at the track. And
There you
you know,
go.
for me, by the time I was 30 years old, I was pretty beat up. You know, I broke my shoulder a bunch of times and my feet, and I'm a lifer, so I didn't want to quit riding them. And so I was like, you know, I'm just going to switch to pit bikes full time and get BBR going. And so, you know, we switched over to the 150 type bikes full time. And that kind of let me keep riding the last 20 years without just destroying myself, you know. Still lets me ride every single day here at the house.
There you go.
Load up and go somewhere, you know. So, you know, for me, that's just been a godsend, you know.
Yeah.
Perfect. And they're smaller. They don't beat you up as bad.
Yeah, and you can make them quiet if you need to. You know, we're all into the KLX 140s right now. The stock pipe on them is like 86 decibels. Thing's quieter than your lawnmower.
Perfect.
So me and Carson and his cousin Jensen, you know, they'll come over and we're pounding those things all hours of the day, and you can't even hear them. It's almost like you're riding mountain bikes, and you know, relatively safe. We've been hurt a little bit on it. Like nothing like loading up a 450 and doing that stuff like I used to, you know.
Oh, no. Totally
That
different.
don't make any sense, and just keep breaking things over and over.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason I called you is because I was gonna show a bike that I have, but I'm not sure I can. It's one of it's yours that I got.
Yep.
So I went.
Yeah, like the RC4 one. Or?
That's the one.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, show it off. We only made, you know, I think there was basically 10 of those is what we ran. There may have been one or two extras. I can't remember. It's been a little while, but you know, Ricky Carmichael, I think he had 2 of them, and then I think there was like 6 or 8 customers had them. Then I've got one here at the house, and then you've got one there too. So,
Right.
pretty rare. You know, we did them kind of right in the heart of the pit bike thing, and Ricky signed the number plates that went on all of them, and I think he signed the titles for them too.
Nice. and I have one.
And you have
Yeah,
one.
you got one, and I got one. I think Ricky's got one in his house, in his living room.
Good
And
place for
he
it.
auctioned one off, I think for Katrina.
Oh, right on.
Oh, wow.
To raise money, and I'm trying to remember how that went. The guy from that owns DC Shoes,
Right.
he ended up buying it, and so that's where that one went.
Right on.
But yeah, those are the holy grail of all pit bikes, I think.
And you have one.
I have
Do
one.
you need to show people?
I can go get it.
Okay, I can go into last week's event.
Okay.
Grab it.
Perfect.
Okay. Game on.
Right on.
Okay.
Duane, thank you very much for calling.
Hey, no problem.
Sorry to surprise you with being live and everything.
Hey, no worries. Yell anytime.
And we were talking about trying to get a group of us to come up to Monroe this winter.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it starts a little bit earlier this year, like October 21, I want to say. Somewhere in there. I'm not positive we're going to be at the first one because I think Carson's headed up to Canada to do the series up there, so we might miss one
Nice.
or two. But some of those are huge. You know, I want to say the first one 2 years ago we had like 75 guys, and last year
75 pit
we
bikers.
still had 60 at the very first one.
Nice.
And it's probably because the rules are loose. They just do
Rules?
like a pit bike light hitter, pit bike heavy hitter, and everybody kind of rides in the 50s and 110s, and the light hitter. And the heavy hitter, you can ride whatever you want, all the way up to a 150. And
Yeah.
it's a good time. There's not much rules, or I think they trophy it, but I'm not even sure. It's just $10 to race it, and everybody.
$10
Ten-
bucks to
$10
race
bucks.
pit bikes.
Oh.
We are doing Monroe.
Yes, we are. Several times.
Mark it down, people. We are doing Monroe.
You know, it's been huge, and Eric Wanchko is up there, and he's like the wrecking ball. And
Eric is watching too.
yeah, he makes it fun, and Carson usually is up there on some crazy bike, jumping over the top of everybody. And I ride my XR75, and
The cheater bike with his big tires.
yeah, it's got like 400 wheels on it, I think these days. You know, it's fun because they don't eliminate anybody. They'll 2 and 3 rows start it.
Oh, perfect.
The one that had 70 at it 2 years ago, I want to say it was 4 or 5 rows deep. And
Eric wants we're having a redo, a rematch at Monroe.
there are so many people on the track at the same time that you couldn't even hardly move. But man, it was fun. And
Nice.
Encorns on the bike, and the others to their whole time.
That's what pit biking's about right there. Having fun.
Exactly.
That's a good one when there's that many people up there, and nobody takes it too serious. You know that just there really isn't any rules. So he just charges them $10, and we line up, and everybody just has a great time.
Game on.
Sweet.
All right. Well, I gotta
Right.
get going into what happened last week.
Thank you, Duane. I will talk to you later.
Sounds good. Keep touch.
Okay. Bye.
Yep. See you later. Bye.
There it is. Okay.
There it is. All right, you gonna grab a little something? I'm gonna go into some racing. So, Bob, Eric, let's see. Whatever. All right, so racing last week. We're winding down to the end of the summer series, so not a ton going on. I know Thursday Night Motocross had their last race of the year. As you guys heard, we put on some pit bike action for everyone. It was a fun time. I went out and rode a stalker because everyone's been giving me crap for riding a mod bike all year. I still went 1-1, so what up, guys? What up? Although, okay, I'll give it this. I had to work for it because, yeah, it was a lot harder being on a stock bike. Thursday night, High Point was a good time. Lila Dubois won the Rider of the Year award. Did anything else go down that I really missed last week? Or, I think that might have been about it, other than a bunch of practices and stuff. So, did I miss anything, guys, last week? I mean, we're really winding down to the end of the year. As far as what's coming up next week, we do have some fun events. Saturday will be the High Point Awards for Mountain View MX. It's going to be a practice day around 4 p.m. We're going to be doing the high points. Got a lot of prizes and trophies for people. And then, oh yeah, Washougal has an off-road race. Final rounds of the North Series, also on Saturday. If you guys want to get some off-road action in, go do that. What else do we have going on? Oh, of course, Washougal then. I believe this would be the final round of their MX Series on Sunday. And if you want to go race up north, there's a Ridge also racing on Sunday. I don't know where I'm going to be yet. I'll be for sure a Saturday for Mountain View, of course, high points and all that. It's going to be a fun time. And thanks, Eric. Yeah, Riverdale. I'll go into that in a minute. But I don't know where I'll be Sunday. I haven't decided whether I want to do Washougal, the Ridge, maybe practice. I haven't really decided. So I get back to you guys on that one. I don't know. Decisions. There's so many really rad options. I don't know. Yeah, as far as the Riverdale Series, a lot of you guys know already that there is going to be a winter series out at Riverdale. We have not had one in many, many years. I'm going to be the race promoter out there working for Dan. There's a whole new track going in. I think it's going to be a fun time. There's going to be pit bikes. Since that's the topic tonight, pit bikes. There will be pit bike racing there at the halftime show. No race speed. It'll be a good time. But as far as this week, I think that pretty well covers what's coming up. Did I miss anything, guys? You can call me out if I missed anything. I think I pretty well covered it, though. So, Bob, should we show people what we got?
Sure.
All right, come on back in, Bob. What do we got here?
This is a frame. This is the BBR RC4 frame. As you just heard Duane say, they built like 10 of them.
I just want to real quick interrupt. We had Duane Brown of BBR call during Moto Monday.
Yes. I called him earlier today to talk to him, and he just called back during the show, so perfect timing, Duane.
Perfect timing, Duane.
We appreciate it. But like he said, this is Ricky Carmichael. This is a brand new, never put together frame. I have the swing arm, shock, everything. Which I almost have enough parts at home to put it together.
And how many of these were made?
Well, Duane just said probably 12.
And one of them Ricky Carmichael has.
Yes.
Very rare.
Very rare.
And you have one.
I have the frame.
You have, how many of these rigs were made?
12.
And you have one of those?
One of those.
And you have one of these. You have the holy grail of pit bikes.
Yes. So far.
So far. So, what are you going to put into this?
I don't know if I'm ever going to put it together.
Really? You just want to hold on to the parts?
Yes. And if you look, here, take that. That's what makes the whole thing special. This little area right there.
RC4.
RC4.
Wow.
It's a V2 style.
Yep.
Because you have the welded motor mounts.
Mm-hmm.
You have the BBR and the RC4 right there, which is also on the swing arm, RC4.
Wow.
And, as Duane was saying, Ricky Carmichael signed the number plates.
So you have an actual Ricky Carmichael signed number plate.
Right there. And right there. I have two.
You have two?
I have two.
Wow.
Remember how I said I don't do drugs, I don't drink, nothing?
You just build pit bikes.
I build pit bikes now, and I have things that are hard to find.
Very hard to find.
And I have the Suzuki sticker kit, which I bought from Duane Brown. Thank you, sir. He had one. Yes, I'll sell it to you. I have.
Impressive.
I have the gas tank. I have plastics.
So you
I
don't
could-
know if you're going to actually build it, though.
I don't know.
Man, it would really be cool to see that as a complete bike. I like this reed gear.
Yes. But yeah, that's what I'd really like to do is have Ricky Carmichael sign the frame.
If anyone knows Ricky Carmichael and can contact him, we have a limited edition RC4 frame. There was about 12 of these made ever. We'd like a Sharpie signature on it, please. And then never write it.
And never write it, yes. Just because.
Yeah.
It's too rare.
Wow, you have some of the rarest pit bikes ever made.
A couple.
We have more than one.
Yes. Like I said, I've almost got enough parts to put that together. I don't have front forks or triple clamps.
Those can be found.
Those can be found easily.
Those can be found, yes.
Yeah.
That is impressive. So you are a true pit bike
Fool.
Fool. Is it fool?
Fool.
I'm impressed. I absolutely love pit bikes. I have many, 8 or 9 right now, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Your collection is quite impressive, and you have some of the rarest stuff out there. Some bikes you do ride, some you do not. Are you going to keep riding them?
Mm-hmm.
You have no intention of quitting
No.
in the near future?
No.
All right. Are we going to do the Santa race this year?
Yes, if I get invited.
I know people.
Okay, good.
I know people, so.
Yes, in fact, I'll probably ride my stalker.
I'm going to bring my...
I tried to ride my stalker
too.
last year. I got a flat tire during practice.
That's always a problem. All right, well, let's...
I spun the tube.
I want my 10-inch bike to be ready by then. I'm also going to bring my stalker one time.
Okay?
We're right.
Yes.
It'll be a good time.
I'll see if I can keep up with you, maybe. I doubt it.
All right.
So that's what that 30-year advantage you have on me.
Not quite 30.
Well, dang close.
Okay.
26.
Fair enough. Hey, but I'm one of the older guys there,
Yes, you
too.
are.
There's a lot of people way younger than me.
Yes.
And I still like spanking on them, too, though.
Well, yeah, it helps.
Me and Joel are.
Mm-hmm.
Joel's pretty much is almost untouchable in that barn.
Yes, he is.
He's pretty freaking
Joel,
fast
you
at
probably go there every weekend, don't you, to practice?
Although this year, Joel, I got your number, bro. I'm bringing a 10-inch bike. We're gonna battle. Any parting words on pit bike racing in the Northwest? Anything you want to get out?
Get them out. Dig them out of the garage. You're not too old or too big to ride a pit bike.
Amen.
In fact, my buddy Kevin Goodner in Spokane that I grew up with, his son Josh is about my height, races pit bikes. His oldest son, Brock, is 6'4", and I've seen him ride a pit bike.
Right on.
Like 6'4", 230.
There's no reason why I can't.
No.
So I know there's a ton of people with pit bikes. Get them out of your garage. Get racing. Monroe Arena Cross will have a pit bike class this year. Riverdale MX will have a pit bike class. And if you guys complain enough, I bet you Woodland will make one too.
There you go. Enough of us show
Horn
up.
Rapids, I bet you they'll make one too. They even have a mini bike track.
Oh, there you go.
Go talk to your local promoter. Make them make a pit bike class, and let's make pit bikes great again.
And you guys back east, if you're watching, what do we need to do? How are you guys getting so many numbers?
Give us some tips. We want to hear some tips. So, Bob,
Sir?
I know you weren't really on social media at all.
No, I wasn't
You
until
have Facebook now, though.
I do. I don't know how to use it much.
Okay, fair.
Like I said, I'm technically challenged.
Fair.
We were on vacation. The wife was bored. She set the Facebook up for me.
Got
She was, give me your phone, and pretty soon I had Facebook.
Okay. So, I like to end with...
You want to talk to her?
I feel like I'm going to get yelled at. I feel like I'm not going to be the one in trouble.
Okay, we didn't answer in time.
Oh,
Sorry, dear.
Well, so, we're going to wrap things up as we're starting to
Yes.
run just a little bit late. But if people want to talk to you or follow you, you are on Facebook.
Yes.
Bob McCallister.
Bob McCallister. You'll see, I believe my Facebook picture is me with a big straw funny hat.
There's a big straw hat. Oh, yeah.
With the wife and the daughter-in-law in the background.
Okay.
That was a vacation picture.
So that will be your picture.
Yes.
They can find you on Facebook.
Facebook.
And then, as far as me, if you're watching this on Facebook, you already know who I am. If not, if you're watching this on Instagram or YouTube, you can find me, Justin Wharton. You can find me on Instagram at justin.wharton. That's WHARTON. And of course, follow 110 Clothing. We are rocking some 110 shirts today. I have the Till Death tee on. Moto Monday tee, which you'll be able to buy from 110clothing.com. Bob rocking it today.
Thank you.
Bob.
That's how I had to come on to get one.
You did, and I appreciate you coming on. It is great to see this bike again. I love this bike.
Yes.
You have one of the
just-
rarest pit bike collections in the Northwest, and it's always fun to see what you got going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say thank you for coming on, sir.
Thank you.
It's been a
Appreciate it.
pleasure. And we're going to get out of here until next Monday for Moto Monday number 22.
There you go. Number 22. Number 21 is a wrap.
And that is a wrap. It was a fun time.
Thank
Ride
you
your
for
pit
watching.
bikes.
Yep. Ride your
And-
pit bike. Thank you for watching.
Yes. Until next time.